In 2016, new flood maps were released by the state of North Carolina floodplain mapping program in conjunction with FEMA. When the state and federal government releases new maps, the town is required to adopt the new maps along with a new flood damage prevention ordinance. For your better understanding, let me walk you through how flood mapping and local flood damage prevention ordinance work together. The flood maps depict special flood hazard areas, or flood zones to most of us. Then, the flood damage prevention ordinance develops regulatory requirements for the flood zones. For example, VE flood zones are in areas of wave action, in our case, the ocean front. Regulations are most restrictive here because of the proximity to the ocean.
To take a look back, the last maps and ordinance were updated in 2006. Since 1973, our maps have not changed a lot. The new maps changed dramatically. The new maps remove over 50% of the properties from the VE zone and remove 84% of the properties from the A zones. The maps are not reflective of the current flood hazards in Kill Devil Hills. The maps remove a large portion of the town from the special flood hazard area that have historically flooded. These changes are of great concern not only to Kill Devil Hills, but all of Dare County.
Over the past 3.5 years, Kill Devil Hills planning staff work with all neighboring municipalities to develop a viable solution to protect property through our flood damage prevention ordinance and higher regulatory standards. Also, the group has consulted with the Outer Banks Home Builders Association, realtors, insurance professionals, and local engineers and surveyors. The solution proposed is a revised flood damage prevention ordinance that requires a local elevation standard town-wide regardless of what's shown on the new flood maps. First and foremost, it protects existing and future structures in areas that historically flood. Also, to protect our future when the maps are updated again, it could be similar to the 2006 maps. This also prevents nonconformities and protects property owners from skyrocketing insurance rates.
The adoption process moving forward is as follows. The letter of final determination was received on December 19, 2019. This started the 6-month clock for adoption of the new flood maps and the revised flood damage prevention ordinance. The deadline for adoption will be June 19, 2020. In the meantime, come to our next Board of Commissioners meeting March 25th, where the proposed 2020 flood damage prevention ordinance will be an item for discussion prior to the public hearing. Also, there will be a community meeting March 11th from 4 to 6 at Town Hall. Please come and learn more about our new flood maps. Just remember, low risk is not no risk. And maintain your flood insurance no matter what flood zone you're in. More to come on that.